I think I've talked about this a few times on my channel. I don't think Chris Jericho needs to go back to WWE, and for quite a few reasons. Well, I say when it's time for him to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, he should go. But other than that, I wouldn't go if I was Chris Jericho, and it's for a few reasons for that. The first one is, he looks so happy. He looks like he has more purpose with AEW, even this late in his career, in his 50s. I'm not trying to say Chris Jericho's old, but we all know he's been around for a long time. And usually you don't see people looking this fulfilled and this happy, fulfilling that much purpose as much as Chris Jericho in this stage in his career. And that's pretty awesome. Chris Jericho goes to WWE. He's not going to be in a main event at WrestleMania or a SummerSlam or anything like that. That's just because there's Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and Edge, the other bigger draws over there, people that draw more money. Then you got Goldberg and John Cena that like to come back whenever they want. Go figure. I just don't see it happening. I just think he'll get more out of AEW. Think about it. Chris Jericho was the first world champion for AEW. You know what I mean? I don't see him doing that with WWE. I don't see him being a world champion over there. He'd have a bigger chance at being world champion in AEW again than he does with WWE right now. And plus, he's still winning big matches. He's still winning main events. He won the Stadium Stampede this past year. He just beat MJF. He's beaten other big names with WWE. He's putting over more talent. I think he's actually the biggest reason why I don't think he needs to go back to WWE is because his ideas matter in AEW. He's actually able to carry out what he wants to do in his promos, in his matches, and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure Vince McMahon, for example, probably wouldn't have let Chris Jericho put Orange Cassidy over like he did a year ago. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't let him work with MJF like he did, and the whole Pinnacle and the Inner Circle thing going on. So, I mean, for happiness purposes, for pleasure, being fulfilled, I'd say Jericho should stay with AEW and continue his career as long as he wants. And then when he retires at some point, he could probably do commentary or maybe be a manager or, train young talent like William Regal does nowadays when his career is pretty much done in terms of wrestling and he just wants to give back. Like Chris Jericho, he's actually giving back, but he's doing it in a great way, So, for those reasons, I don't think he's going to go back. And plus, all the stuff he said about WWE, like Jon Moxley, I think Jon Moxley went more extreme. But for that reason, I don't think you see Chris Jericho going back. He just wasn't as happy there as he is now. I mean, he threw in the comment how Vince McMahon threw away his stuff, put his ideas in the garbage. Pretty much saying, man, y'all don't like your ideas. We just can't mix well together. Whereas with Tony Khan, he has more of a chance to get out what he wants and put things over the way he wants to do it. And, he has more say-so. And honestly, who wouldn't want that, So I understand exactly where he's coming from. So I think Jericho remains all elite, regardless of what happens. Unless he goes to get inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, which I think will likely happen. But I don't think you'll see him wrestle or do any other kind of big skit with WWE ever again. That's just not going to happen.